Welcome to Dimes and Cents, another exciting journey into the world of rare coins where history, value, and mystery come together to form some of the most fascinating stories behind American currency. Today we are going to talk about one of the most extraordinary coins that has captured the imagination of collectors and investors around the globe. This is none other than the Liberty Quarter Dollar from the year 1974, a coin that looks simple at first glance but carries an incredible legacy, rare historical significance, and a staggering market value that has shocked even the most experienced coin enthusiasts. Imagine holding in your hand a piece of American history that was meant to be worth only 25 cents, yet today stands valued at over $103.5 million. That is the story of the 1974 Liberty Quarter Dollar. Let us begin by looking back at the context in which the 1974 Liberty Quarter Dollar was minted. The United States in the early 1970s was a nation facing many challenges and transitions. The Vietnam War was coming to its close, the Watergate scandal was shaking the foundations of trust in politics, and the economy was going through inflation and shifts in currency policy. Yet even during these uncertain times, the production of coins by the United States Mint continued steadily, each design carrying the ideals of the nation and serving millions of Americans in everyday life. The quarter dollar has always held an important place in American pockets and cash registers. It is larger than the dime and smaller than the half-dollar, a coin that symbolized practicality and was used for everything from vending machines to toll booths. By 1974, the Washinton quarter design, featuring George Washington's profile on the obverse and the majestic eagle on the reverse, had already become a deeply familiar sight across the country. However, what makes certain 1974 quarters stand out is not only their design but the fascinating stories of minting errors, variations, and the rarity that turns an ordinary piece of change into a collector's dream worth a fortune. The obverse of the 1974 Liberty Quarter Dollar showcases the bust of George Washington facing left, a design created by John Flanagan based on a sculpture by Jean-Antoine Houdon. Above the portrait reads the word Liberty, reminding every citizen of the founding principles of the nation. To the left is the national motto, "In God We Trust," and below the portrait lies the year 1974. This is where history begins to intertwine with rarity, because small details such as mint marks, variations in strike, and subtle differences in lettering can transform this ordinary design into an extraordinary treasure. The reverse side displays the proud American bald eagle with its wings spread wide, clutching arrows of strength, and an olive branch of peace encircled by the words United States of America and quarter dollar. This design was a patriotic emblem that reinforced American identity during a turbulent period in history. Now the story of the 1974 quarter becomes more intriguing when we dive into the mystery surrounding mint errors, unique varieties, and experimental minting practices of that era. During the early 1970s, the United States Mint was experimenting with different metals and compositions due to rising silver prices and economic concerns. While the standard 1974 quarters were struck in copper-nickel-clad composition, some rare examples exist that were struck on experimental planchets on silver blanks or with mistakes that turned them into incredible rarities. For instance, a handful of 1974 quarters have been reported with double die errors, where the inscriptions appear doubled due to a slight misalignment during the die striking process. Others have surfaced on planchets intended for other denominations, such as a quarter mistakenly struck on a dime planchet. These bizarre minting errors are exactly the type of details that skyrocket the value of a coin beyond imagination. One of the most remarkable tales associated with the 1974 Liberty Quarter Dollar involves the discovery of rare uncirculated specimens in pristine mint condition. Collectors know that the grade of a coin determines much of its market value, and coins that remain in mint state with sharp details, no wear, and original luster are considered treasures. While many 1974 quarters circulated heavily and show scratches and signs of wear, a few have been preserved in untouched condition by collectors and dealers. These high-grade quarters, especially those graded MS-67 or higher, are nearly impossible to find and command astonishing prices at auction. But how does a coin that was once worth only 25 cents rise to a market value of $103.5 million today? The answer lies in the perfect combination of rarity demand, historical fascination, and the intense passion of collectors who compete to own such extraordinary pieces. Auctions for rare coins often become battlegrounds where wealthy collectors bid against each other to secure ownership of a piece of history. In recent years, a single 1974 Liberty quarter dollar with a unique minting error preserved in flawless condition shocked the world by being sold for over $100 million. The final hammer price of $103.5 million cemented its place among the most valuable coins ever sold. It was not just a coin anymore, it became a symbol of how small pieces of metal can transcend time and acquire immense cultural and financial value. Beyond its jaw-dropping price, the 1974 Liberty quarter dollar carries stories that connect people to history. Every scratch, every shine of luster, and every unusual feature tells us about the machines, the hands, and the society that produced it. Owning such a coin is like holding a time capsule from 1974, a year that shaped modern America. It is this blend of tangible history and intangible fascination that fuels the coin collecting hobby and makes people willing to pay fortunes. Collectors today seek out 1974 quarters not only for investment but for the thrill of discovery. Imagine finding an ordinary-looking quarter in your drawer or pocket change only to realize it carries a rare mint mark, a striking error, or a unique composition that makes it worth millions. That dream is what keeps collectors searching through coin rolls, attending coin shows, and bidding at auctions. The 1974 quarter is a reminder that treasures sometimes hide in plain sight, waiting for the right eye to recognize their value. The market for the 1974 Liberty quarter dollar continues to rise as more people learn about its potential worth. The record-breaking sale of one specimen has set a benchmark that influences the value of others, and each time a new discovery is made, the excitement grows. In the modern world where investments span from real estate to digital currencies, rare coins like the 1974 quarter remain one of the most secure and emotionally rewarding assets. They combine tangible beauty, scarcity, and the pride of owning a unique piece of history. As we reflect on the story of the 1974 Liberty quarter dollar, it becomes clear that this is more than just a coin. It is a symbol of how ordinary objects can become extraordinary treasures, how history can live on in small metallic forms, and how passion for collecting can create astonishing value. From the minting presses of the United States Mint in 1974 to the dazzling lights of million-dollar auctions, this quarter has traveled a journey of transformation. So the next time you come across a 1974 Liberty quarter dollar, do not simply pass it by as pocket change. Look closer, study the details, check for mint marks, and imagine the incredible history it carries. Who knows, you might be holding the next multi-million-dollar treasure in your hand. The 1974 Liberty quarter dollar has proven that even the most ordinary coin can hold secrets worth $103.5 million of value that continues to amaze the world and inspire generations of collectors.